All right. Hello, good morning, good evening, and good night. I hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic because today we're going to be talking about ULTY. Now, as you guys know, ULTY pays a 112% dividend, roughly about 112, 114% dividend, as we covered on our previous video. And what I want to do in this video is lining up some certain dollar targets that I've set out. I want to talk about how much shares we'll get and how much monthly income we are going to gain if we were to add $1,500, $3,500, $6,000, and $10,000 of ULTY to our portfolio. And these numbers might seem a little bit random. Why do I have those numbers in mind? Well, it's because I currently have $1,500 cash in my kind of normal cash Questrade account. I have another $1,500 in terms of cash, which I'll convert from DLR.U.TO to cash, which I can then use for potentially margin in my margin account. And then as well, I have about $3,500 from selling clip. So all in all, if we were to go out different strategies, maybe invest $1,500, I can invest $3,500 in my CIBC. I could do $6,000 as a total across all of my accounts, or I could use all of those and some margin to accumulate about $10,000 worth of shares of ULTY. So if you guys do enjoy this video, I hope you guys do enjoy. We're up to 5,546 subscribers. Remember to subscribe. Remember to sign up for your Questrade account and receive your $50. A link in the description. But nonetheless, let's get into this video. So what I want to start with is how many shares we will gain if we were to create a $1,500 investment into ULTY. If you guys don't know what ULTY is a Yieldmax ETF. It currently pays, of course, over 100% dividend. It holds between 15 and 30 underlying securities. They basically change these securities out based on implied volatility levels of these 15 to 30 holdings. And I made another video here, which if you didn't watch it, go and watch that. It goes through each of ULTY's holdings and kind of how they're performing. So check that one out after this. But going off of this 98-cent dividend, that's what we're going to go off of. And you can see in the past, they've actually paid out a majority of their dividends higher than 98 cents. So we are going to go off that most recent dividend, but with a share price of $10.46, let's do our first little calculation here. So we have $1,500, and what we're going to do is we're going to divide that by the share price, which will give us our total amount of shares, 143. So we're going to put that in here, 143, boom. That is our total share count, and I want to change this to a different color. Let's do orange. Cool. So 143 shares, and at this dividend of 98 cents, let's see exactly how much we are to receive in monthly income, that is. So 0.98. Boom. We are going to receive roughly $140 from a $1,500 investment every single month. So that is our first start. This is our first start. So our first start is $1,500 only, and we are receiving $140 right off the bat in terms of income. Now let's get a color that's a little bit brighter here. Let's go with a nice pink. Cool. So $1,500 in, 143 shares gained, and that will contribute to our monthly income every single month. Likely, I do it in our Questrade portfolio here. So that will be this one right here, adding to this total, which is incorrect. I wanted to bring this up because for some reason, the dividend tracker only did one. It's calculating one payment a month from these 576 shares, when really Yieldmax is now paying weekly dividends. So that's for YMAX, my other investment. So this should really be about $500, not $126 for the clarification. Now moving on, we have $3,500. Let's put that in. We have $3,500, and we're going to divide that by the current share price. These are all numbers that are attainable for myself and potentially for yourself as well. So it's something to keep in mind. We have 334 shares. Okay, let's put that in. We have 334, boom. And now we go to our monthly income. So we're going to multiply this by 0.98, the last dividend, and we're looking at 327. We'll call it $328. So $328. So already just investing $3,500, you could see your monthly income is going to be pretty significant from ULTY. One thing about ULTY is the share price has decreased quite a bit. So it's not like your capital is remaining the same. There are chunks being taken out, but it all depends on how the underlying stocks do. And you can see here, if it has a couple days within the month where it has these 2.5% gains, you could potentially kind of keep the capital level of 10.46, but you have to keep in mind that when they're paying out these 98-cent dividends, that's roughly about 7% every single month or more, 7 to 10% or more being taken out, which the stock price has to recover in order that they avoid a stock split. So going to our next one, it's just something to keep in mind, because as the share price gets lower, that's something that I think Yieldmax might do with ULTY, is do a potential stock split. But for now, let's talk about this income. So we're up to $6,000 here. Let's see what $6,000 will get us in terms of shares. $6,000 divided by 10.46. Boom. We're looking at 573 shares. Let's write that down. 573. In terms of monthly income times 0.98, very similar. $562 every single month. So we got $562. And we have our last one, $10,000. This would be the biggest hitter. This would be, we take our cash account, we take our margin account, we use our margin to the max. So you do 1,500. What you could do with Questrade's margin is you could do 3.33% of your initial target. So you're taking $1,500. You're creating about $5,000 worth of buying power. And the margin rates aren't too crazy with Questrade. I think they were about, it was about 10% or so, all included. Basically, I only hold about $250 worth of margin, and it cost me about $1.04 every single month. So I'm looking to probably add some more and see what kind of return I can get from that, because especially when investing in Yieldmax investments, we have these high dividend rates which pay down our margin, which is pretty fantastic in my opinion. So we got $10,000. Let's go for the big shebang here. $10,000 divided by 10.46. Boom. We have 956 shares. Let's enter that in right here, 956. And let's see what kind of monthly income we are going to earn from this. So we have 0.98. Awesome. $936. That $937. We're going to round it up here a little bit. $937 is what we could potentially earn if we were to invest all the capital at our disposal in these 3 trading accounts. So this was just a little video in summary to kind of look at what ULTY pays out, see how your investment, a relatively small investment of $1,500, it's not insane, could produce $140 worth of income. ULTY is likely a position that I'll look to add within my Questrade portfolios just to kind of boost up my monthly income. Of course, I'm receiving quite a bit from YMAX already, but I think it would be cool to give ULTY a try. It's one that I've been looking to get into potentially, and now currently seeing what they might pay out with these different investments. I will make the decision based on how much I am willing to invest and potentially risk in order to get a decent dividend yield, a extremely high dividend yield of 112%. So if you guys enjoyed this video, maybe it opened your eyes to how much income you could potentially receive every single month, which should be reinvested, because at these rates, you're able to compound your money very fast. We're seeing that within our own portfolios now. And so far, so good. Our total kind of I guess it's PL. This is our profit to loss. We're up about 1.3%, which is about $250, because every single month we take our YMAX dividends and we reinvest. And although we're currently down on the position, we're up in our portfolio because we've continued to reinvest. Those shares earn us more money, and every single month we will be getting more shares and compounding that effect. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please remember to subscribe to 5,546 subscribers. Get your Questrade account down below and get your $50. And I hope to see you guys in the next video.